Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new Capenna draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to remind you, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more content, and comment with your questions and feedback. Let's get into it, though. I'm really excited, and I am looking forward to seeing what we can draft. Okay, the rare Jax is the Troublemaker, so you can discard a card, create a token, it gains haste, and when it dies, you draw a card. So you do get your card back. So you're discarding a card, it can be a land, and then you can copy another creature you control to give it haste and, like, hit him with it. And you can only do that as a sorcery. The card seems good to me. It also has Blitz, so potentially some cool shenanigans there. I really want to try the card out. I like this card. I like Windshield Agent a decent amount. Voice of the Vermin is cool, but, like, it's only really nice aggressively because a 2/2 blocker is not the best. Then there's some lands. I like the lands, and I like the Ominous Parcel. Having one Ominous Parcel always feels great in my decks. Yeah, Jaxus. Let's try it out. So we can just, like, use the creature. Maybe we can even find, like, sacrifice shenanigans to go with those creatures. So we'll see what we can do with Jaxus. Maybe go... Nice. A land ho, as they say. This land is quite good. It can go into a lot of the different, like, decks. Go into really any of the decks that uses 2 of the colors it's good in, and then it's also going to be nice in any deck that uses 3 of the colors. Also, Jax is pretty good with casualty stuff, so, like, making a token copy of a creature and then attacking with it and then sacrificing it to something like Join the Maestros. Pretty good synergy. The only reason why I'm not sure I want to take the Xander's Lounge is because Mayhem Patrol is also in the pack, and that's a pretty good 2-drop that also kind of goes with this Jaxus plan. But I think I am still going to take the Xander's Lounge just because it's, like, a very flexible pick that's going to be good in my deck no matter what, pretty much. If I end up in a Jaxus deck, it's going to be good, but also I'm not necessarily going to be red. And I think that it's going to be pretty good as a result here, because I could still just end up in, like, really any deck. Mana's really nice. Mayhem Patrol's really, really a good card, though. So I wouldn't fault someone for taking Mayhem Patrol here. But, like, this is the exact reason why I, like, let's just assume this was a different rare instead of this one. I think this rare is still pretty good and definitely a consideration here. But, like, there's no reason to think that red's going to be open. There's not a single red card in this pack that I want. And if I start my draft red card, now this pack looks a lot worse for me. Soul of Emancipation can be good. There's also Broker's Charm, so maybe we're supposed to go Brokers. You can kill 3 of your own creatures, make 3 angels, all for 7 mana. It's a bit expensive. There's also Corrupt Court Official, which is a great combo with Jaxus. Creatures with ETBs are just perfect for that card. Waterfront District. I'm not going to take another land here before I really know my colors, I think. I think I'm going to take the Court Official or the Soul. I'm going to take the Court Official. It is a sweet combo with Jaxus, which is part of the reason. Cormella, Glamour Thief is just a great card. Another great combo with the Jaxus. Girder Goons is also a great card. Also a good combo with Jaxus. Like, if you actually just have a real one in play. Cormella or Girder Goons? The question of the century here. There's also Sticky Fingers, which is a fun one. I think it's definitely between these 2 cards. I guess I could still technically just be a... I don't have to be in blue yet. Like, I don't have a reason to be in blue. So I could just leave myself open to being in the Riveteers deck. But seeing a 4th pick Cormella, and I already have Xander's Lounge, I think Cormella is more powerful than the Girder Goons, so we're going to just hope that the deck ends up being open here. And now I'm going to take the Riveteers Overlook. I like to take these cards when there's nothing too spectacular in the pack. I think the land is pretty good. This card's pretty good, but I'm not really looking to play white right now. Even the score is just a bit expensive, like 5 mana draw 2. Not really where I'm trying to be. 6 mana draw 3, similar. Exhibition Magician is kind of a nice little combo with Jaxus as well as getting me, like, a treasure and stuff. But this can get me a swamp or a mountain, so just good mana fixing. So I think Exhibition Magician is just about the threshold where I like getting the land over it. Okay. Man, I think blue has some really weird commons. Like, this card just does not seem good to me. This card does not seem good to me. Stroke has been fine. Snooping Newsy's interesting. I don't really necessarily want to go heavy onto blue-black early in my mana curve, but I think it could be to the pick here. It's just the most powerful card. Glamorous Outlaw could also be an option. Just make sure I get a copy of it. I think I will want one copy of that if I am playing this family. Snooping Newsy is for if you're a little bit heavier blue-black. It seems really hard to get 5 creatures in the graveyard with different costs. Magician's also fine. Mage's Attendant is really good, but I'm not really close to playing a white deck right now. I think one Glamorous Outlaw is something I'm going to want to have. Wow, Broker's Charm. There's also Masked Bandits. I'm just going to take Sticky Fingers, though. I could have some early drops that want it. Okay, this card, not really what I want. Not really the market for this guy. This can get me a island or a swamp. This can get me a plains or an island. So yeah, we're just going to take the Obscura Storefront pretty easily. Maestro's Theater. I do like Ominous Parcel, but getting essentially a tri-land for my deck is just perfect here. Big Score I want to try out. Demon's Due is interesting. Losing the 2 life is pretty big, though. And Big Score can be pretty good, I think. Getting some treasures. Ooh, baby, let's go. We have great mana for our deck. We already have 5 lands after pack 1 and the Glamorous Outlaw. We are going to be set up for Maestro stuff here. Oh, and we get a Shattered Seraph in case we want to go into white a little bit. We are set up. We even have the Obscura Storefront. So we have all the mana we need to play Maestros. So we can kind of even go like heavier, just straight up 3-color almost with this Maestro strategy, I think. Wow. I'm going to take the Towers. Backstreet Bruiser has not impressed me, but Towers is just nice if I want to potentially go into white, because then I'll have a few white sources, like 1 white source, 2 white sources, kind of 3 white sources already. This is interesting. Very interesting here. We're going to have to see how we can maneuver in packs 2 and 3, because we don't really have a lot of playables. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playable cards, and we have 30 more cards that we're going to see for the drafting portion. I don't really count this. I guess this is like a 6th playable, so we have 6, and we're going to need to get 17 out of our next 30 cards. Definitely reasonable. Whoa! Last pick Snooping Newsy. Well, that's a playable card. So this card might wheel, but I'm not going to take a chance on it wheeling. This card's really good. Just straight up 2 for 1 and a little bit of graveyard hate to boot. I also like Body Dropper. This card's pretty powerful. Newsy's probably going to wheel. And then the Aria is not really where we're at right now, but there's also Tainted Indulgence. But yeah, I like Corpse Appraiser the best out of this pack. Inspiring Overseer is good, but we're not going to really try to splash white. I think we'll probably be able to just get there with pure Maestro stuff. And so let's just take the Corpse Appraiser. We'll keep taking these as long as we can get them. I do really like Expendable Lackey. Just a lot of synergy with cards I don't have quite yet, but that I could easily get. Void Rend is a nice card, but we're just going to keep taking Corpse Appraiser. Okay. Mr. Orfeo is a really good card, but we're not really in the market to splash green. We have much better ability to splash white if we were going to splash a color outside of this. An Offer You Can't Refuse isn't really that good and limited. Giving your opponent 2 treasures makes it really limited, because you don't want to cast this in the early game. Then there's Plasma Jockey, which is a card that I think has some potential. Broker's Hideout doesn't really get the lands I need. There's also Quick Draw Dagger and Wrecking Crew. We're not really aggressive enough for the Quick Draw Dagger, I don't think. Wrecking Crew, similar. This card's pretty aggressive as well. I think I'd rather just take it, though. Okay. Waterfront or Maestro. I'm just going to take the Maestro's Theater, get me a pure tri-land. I think if it's all 3 of your colors, I think these are a little bit better than the just 2-color ones, though. With that being said, the 2-color ones are pretty nice. I just think having access to all 3 of your colors from 1 land is pretty powerful. I wonder if this pick will be one that like I learn more about, because it feels like the sort of pick that's going to come up a decent amount. And for now, I'm liking the like theater line here. Ooh, Cormella. Don't mind if I do. Nice pickup. Pretty easy. So let's just cut all the white cards that we don't really want to play. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands here. So we have 11 playables here. Plasma Jockey's not really on strategy. But I have enough lands that I think I can just play straight 3-color. Like I have 1, 2, 3 lands that are all 3 my colors. So I don't think I have to really worry about being able to cast my spells as much. You have the Glamorous Outlaw. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sticky Fingers isn't the best because I have only 9 creatures. I guess I have 9 creatures. That is a pretty decent number. I don't have a lot of cheap ones to put it on. Okay, now we get the Waterfront District. I like that better than the Ominous Parcel. But I would probably... And I would still probably take the... I like taking lands over the Ominous Parcel, but when there's no land in the pack, I like getting 1 copy of Ominous Parcel. And Ominous Parcel also plays well with the Newsy. Okay, so there's a Body Dropper here. I could play with some Sacrifice synergies. There's Involuntary Employment, but I don't have the Sacrifice synergies. There's Obscure Storefront, but I think Body Dropper is just enough power level to be worth taking here. Exhibition Magician, but I'm going to have some Blitz stuff, so this card seems pretty nice to me. Okay, I guess I'll take Waterfront District, number like 6. I do like the Lackey. I do like Meister's Initiate. But we're just going to have such a good mana base. It's perfect. Okay, and then we'll get another Snooping Newsy over the Tainted Indulgence. Draw 2, discard 1 is just not that good of a card, but this card just potentially filling my graveyard for the Corpse Appraisers or the Cormellas seems pretty nice to me. And just getting another 2-drop. I like Glamorous Outlaw more than I think any of these cards. Goldhound doesn't seem that good to me. Public Enemy doesn't seem good. Make Disappear. Yeah, I'm just going to take another Glamorous Outlaw. And now we get a Wrecking Crew over an offer you can't refuse. Disdainful Stroke has some potential. I'll give it that much. Maybe I'd rather have Demon Stew, though. Yeah, I might want 1 copy of Disdainful Stroke. Immediate Punish. I'll take the Cutthroat Contender. I don't think I'm ever going to want 2 Disdainful Strokes in best of 1. Okay, so what's this guy? 5 mana, 5/3 flyer, and if damage is dealt, I mill twice that many cards. That's an interesting one. There's also Whack, which is a very tempting card here. There's 8 lands, so I need to make like 6, 7 playables. Prevent that damage and mill twice that many cards. It's just a 5 mana 5/3 flyer, which is pretty great. I think I kind of want to take Whack, but this card just seems like it's going to win the game because a 5-power flyer for 5 mana is just really good. So we're going to take it. Whack would be really good with my 2 Cormellas, having something to get back. So there's a Strangle here. I'm just going to take the Strangle, I think. I do really like these lands. 1, 2, let me play. I think Strangle's a high enough card quality that's worth taking over Tramway Station, though. You also have Pyre Sledge Arsonist, but I don't have enough sack synergies for that to be that good. Easy Strangle, I think. And now another easy pick. Murder is just premium for me. With 2 Cormellas, just having more cards to get back is really nice. And Murder's a great card here. Body Dropper number 2 would also be nice, but I like just getting another premium removal spell. This pack is going great so far. Random 2-drop. I already have 4 2-drops that are pretty solid. I don't need any more, I don't think. Hopefully don't have to play this thing. Thank you so much, Zinio, for the subscription, sharing that Twitch Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to take Ready to Rumble. Just extra interaction if we need it. Hopefully we don't have to play it, though. And now another murder. Just really lining up well for us here. Windshield Agent's also great, but easy murder pickup. Draw X cards, lose X life. I don't really want that. What do I want in this pack? I do like the Midnight Assassin, a decent amount. We could also take another land. How many playables do we have? So we have 27 minus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 19, so we're going to need to get a few more playables. So I think we're just going to take the Midnight Assassin here. I have wanted to try it out, see how it performs as well. There's a Broker's Veteran versus another Waterfront District. I have been wanting to try out the Broker's Veteran. I feel like that card is good. But we'll have to find out by playing it, I think. Wow. Nice pickup here. I wonder what people are taking out of these packs, because I'm getting great cards. We get an Initiate. Nice. I wanted to try that card. Another Newsy. Nice. We don't have a lot of sack synergies for the involuntary employment, unfortunately. This card's interesting, but I think that this is going to be a better for a Newsy. I will take the Ominous Parcel. I like having access to one, as I said. So I have 33 cards here, minus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 25 playables. And I'm sure I can find some cards to cut. Maybe I was supposed to take those extra basic, those extra non-basic lands. A Little Chat is interesting. I've kind of wanted to try that one out as well. Wow, I'm so glad to hear it, Gunst. Man, I wonder if I was supposed to make some like slightly different picks. I mean, I don't really want to play that guy, so that's pretty easy cut. Like, was I supposed to just keep taking those lands? I have like 8 lands, so I'm going to have some basics so I have stuff to fetch up with my 4 lands there. Maybe I was just supposed to keep taking them, but I felt like I was getting good cards every time I didn't take one of the little lands. Interesting for sure. I don't think I'm going to need Ready to Rumble or Wrecking Crew or that 1-drop. Folks saying, is my first pick still playable? It's still just a good card. You can still just blitz it as a 2-mana thing. You can still just like use it to copy your best creature. I have 2 Cormellas to copy, 2 Corpse Appraisers to copy. Definitely still a good card in my deck. Good with Broker's Veteran, good with Corrupt Court Official. I don't know what... I mean, it seems great in my deck, actually. Like, actively incredible. This is an ETB I can copy. Is it still playable? Yes, it's probably one of the best cards in my deck, to answer your question. Okay, so I think A Little Chat is interesting. Look at the top 2 cards, and we can sacrifice a creature to synergize with Body Dropper, but I don't think we need it. So I will cut that. I like having both these guys at the top end, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 seems good to me. I kind of want to cut Sticky Fingers. But I also kind of don't want to cut Sticky Fingers. Plasma Jockey could be the cut as well. Casting that on turn 4 seems kind of miserable, and casting it on turn 3 also seems kind of miserable. Just because I'm a little bit slower and more mid-rangey. I also don't necessarily love the Sticky Fingers line. Like, it's very interesting. Just don't know if it's really the right card for me. A Little Chat might just be better. Disdainful Stroke might be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I kind of want to try this guy, but he could also be a cut. could cut one of these guys. I could cut a big score, but I want to try it out. I have extra room for a card. I could add a land, but I don't really want to do that. My deck is relatively cheap. And I have the Ominous Parcel to help with mana. I don't need any more expensive cards, so I don't need the Crocodile. Disdainful Stroke, not really in my wheelhouse because I don't have as many instants. I do have I have 3 murders, a big score. But I think I'm going to try to avoid playing Disdainful Stroke if I don't need to play it. And so I just need to add one more card here. I kind of want to try a Little Chat. So I kind of want to try that. It's between a Little Chat, Sticky Fingers, and Plasma Jockey. Let's check my creatures again. I have 16 creatures. I don't need another creature. Especially one that's mostly just an aggro creature. And my deck is very mid-rangey to even controlling. Sticky Fingers again wants me to be attacking, and so that means I'm going to have to leave the shields down. And so this card's fine. I don't really need it, though. I'm going to try a Little Chat, just because I want to get some experience with the card, see how it performs, because it looks like it has a lot of potential. Anyway, that is going to do it for the deck build. Actually, no, I have to make sure my mana is good. So what's my colors count? So 17 black, 11 blue, 10 red. Okay. Does it count pips or numbers? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 black pips, actually, because it didn't count the extra murders. So there's 2 black sources, 5 black sources, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources seems good. Definitely need the 2 swamps so I can fetch for both of them. Islands, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 blue sources. Seems fair. 10 swamp, 10 black, 9 blue, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 red sources, which also seems fair. So yeah, my mana looks good, and I will first change this to Corpse Appraiser, and I will see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I just want to say thank you to all of the patrons who are supporting my content. It really does make a big difference in my ability to consistently create videos, and so I just want to let you know that you are appreciated and that I am grateful for your decision to contribute towards my content in that way. If you've never heard of Patreon, it is basically like Netflix, but if Netflix were only $1 a month and it went directly towards your favorite shows. It's a monthly pledge service. You can cancel it at any time. You can choose however much you want to contribute towards my content, and you gain access to exclusive rewards like my card by card tier list for a set, bonus videos, bonus articles, and then other cool rewards like coaching at higher tiers. It really does make a big difference. I truly appreciate all of my patrons, and if my content has provided you with some value over the years, then I hope that you'll consider becoming one of my patrons. Anyway, let's get to the matches. Hello, and welcome to round 1. On the play, is this a keepable hand? I don't really think so. I need to draw lands, and it needs to be specific lands. Even if this was a swamp, I don't know if this would be keepable. It would probably be keepable if this was a swamp, but if this is a mountain, I don't think it would be keepable. We're in a mulligan. We will keep this, though. This is a good hand. We're going to ditch the... I think we're going to ditch the Glamorous Outlaw. It's just very expensive for what we have going on. And then we'll see what we can do with this start. I'm just going to play my 2-drops out. If I miss a land drop, I miss a land drop. A broker's deck, it looks like. My hand is really cheap, so missing lands for a little bit isn't going to be a big deal. I don't have any big 5-drops I'm looking to cast. I think this is a nice card to get in play. It works well with the body dropper, because if I sacrifice it, I'll get a counter, and I'll get a shield counter. A +1/+1 counter, and a shield counter, that is. Okay. Easy block. At some point, I'm going to draw a land, and it'll be fine. Backup Agent is really good with Ligrella, because you can exile that after you put the counter on something else. Okay. I'm going to get a Swamp so I can cast my Murder. They have 4 cards, I have 3 cards, but next turn I'll draw a card. And I can actually start deploying my threats, which will be great. Midnight Assassin will also be a really nice addition to the team here. Should hold them back pretty well. Oh, another land is perfect. Okay. I should have technically attacked first. Don't think there's huge punishes available. So I'm going to fetch another Swamp, probably. Yeah, I don't really have double red cards, so I'm just going to get another Swamp. That way, if I do sacrifice this Waterfront District, I'll still have both Swamps in play so I can cast Murders. And this should block the Regulator, and then I can murder the Ligrella, and then play the Corpse Appraiser, and then have this as removal. Sure. Fair. I'm surprised they didn't kill this. They would have been able to get it through another 4. They kill my creature. Okay. This is interesting. I could just Ominous Parcel, kill Ligrella. And they're not going to give me the massive blowout of kill Ligrella mid-combat. Get my guy back. Block the Sparse Agitators, put the counter on the Midnight thing. I'll go for it anyway. Doesn't seem like the highest risk. If they had the card that put a shield counter on this, they would have been able to cast that anyway. And this does give me a little bit of extra odds. Okay, well, we're going to do this pre-blocks. Give ourselves as much info as we can. Under your control, it gets the counters. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'm beginning to understand now. Okay, this was going to come in as a 4-3. Maybe. Whoops. Nice. Definitely putting a murder into my hand. Okay. Fair. Trying to play around a combat trick here. Could backfire, though. Okay. So I'll take 5 from that. Okay, I guess I take 5. I thought I was in really good shape this game for a little bit. Okay, so opponent has 3 cards, same number of lands as me, and I am in trouble. Okay, so not the best shape here. Well played, well played. I don't know where I was supposed to do something differently. I could have definitely killed the 4/4 instead of their Lagrella, because the getting my guy back didn't really matter at that point in time. I just misread how Lagrella worked, because you don't actually get your guy back with 2 counters on him. Yeah, shield counter does block murder. So that was my big misplay that game, or minor misplay, was if I'd killed the 4/4 with my Ominous Parcel, I would have been able to just line up better blocks, use my murder slightly better. I think it would have overall worked out a little bit better. But I just, because then I can just double block the Lagrella with stuff. So, yeah. Just a little bit better. Probably would have made the difference in the game. I also mulliganed, so that was a factor as well. So here we're going to get a... Actually, we're going to get a swamp here. Going to give myself the out of drawing a island, so I can cast this on turn 2. We played this, then played the other land. Okay, yeah. Gonna have to go get an island. Not the end of the world. We'll see how a little chat feels. I don't want to put this in play and have it get murdered right away. So I'm going to play this, so that if I mill a spell, that I can play this next turn and be fine with it getting killed potentially. Okay. What do I have in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3. I just need a 3-drop. So if I... Yeah, they have murder, yeah. That's why I didn't play the Cormella, was because I didn't have anything to get back with it if it died, so I was bleeding value. Okay, it could be a little tough there. Okay, so we have a blocker now. We can cast our murders next turn, which we are going to start to do. I have little chat up. Huge. This is really good. Now that I have a little chat up and Broker's Veteran, I can pretty much protect my person at any moment. So I have 5 mana, so I can murder and little chat. Okay, I'm just going to start hitting him for 4. It's just nice to get some damage in while they're stumbling. So, like, it might look bad to use murder on a 3-2, but what it ends up being is hitting them, like, instantly. So, like, I get extra 4 damage in that I mean, extra 8 damage in that I wouldn't have otherwise, because I didn't want to take 6 damage to do it. I didn't want to have to attack past that. And they have black mana, so I am actually going to hold this land in case they play the one that makes me discard a card. Even though I have this in play. Right now, it doesn't matter. Sure. We'll see what they do with it, because if I can strangle it, I'll be pretty happy. But I doubt they're going to discard a land, because it looks like they've been missing land drops. I can even sacrifice the Cormella if I need another murder for some reason. But here I'm just in a perfect tempo spot, because I killed their 3-2, I was able to attack them for an extra 8 damage, which puts them at 13. So I hit them for another 4, they go to 9. They're kind of under a lot of pressure, and I have removal spells. And remember, in my deck, I have 2 copies of a card that deals 2 damage to them. This is looking good. And if they do try to kill one of my creatures, I have little chat, sacrifice Broker's Veteran, keep my guy safe. This is why I like Broker's Veteran, because it feels like it's going to make it tough on them. I assume they're going to discard another non-land. So it may force my little chat hand here. What you gonna connive, my friend? Oh, okay, nice. Oh, this is actually way better. I'll just wait until my turn and then I get a mana. I'll take this one. Man. It's so tempting to just take another murder here. I'm just gonna do it. Almost ran out of basics. Jeez Louise. Did I mill a bunch of swamps? Okay, because I know I have 2 of each basic, I think. Or more. Oh no, I have more mountains. I have 5 mountains, then 2 swamps, 2 islands. Okay. That was close to me just whiffing completely. If I get them to 2 life, then I have 2 outs in my deck that just kill them instantly, which is nice because I have 15 cards. This has... So it's going to die either way. So I'm going to get rid of the... They have 2, 3, 1... Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the Echo Inspector. I just wanted the extra value. Value! But yeah, let's go. Oh, into Platinum! We did it. I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. Probably a Twitch bug if it's looking really odd, but I don't think it's gonna matter really. Oh, into platinum. That's great. This is the last day of the ranked season, I think. A day of recording. So getting into platinum always feels nice because you get an extra like card style and an extra pack and stuff. And I've gotten into platinum every season since Arena came out, I think. So huge. Okay, this is a good hand. Now our Angel of Suffering. We're gonna get to see how good this card is because it might be bad, but at 5/3 flyer seems like it's gonna be hard to be bad. Okay. This is tough because we can't cast our guys on turn 2. I like to get my swamps once I have all my colors. I love the sound effect for this card. I like to get my swamps so I can cast my murders. Sure thing. Those are 2 good cards. Gosh, Jaxus is so good. So I can discard Glamorous Outlaw. Play Broker's Veteran, copy it. Discard Glamorous Outlaw. No! Sad day. I wish I could take the Cormella, but I think I have to take the land. And then I'll play the Angel of Suffering and hope they don't have removal. Ah! I have a little chat to protect my guy if I can just survive one more turn. So if they deal 4 and I mill 8 cards, that could be good for turning on my Newsies. Okay, looks like we're back in business. Huge. Okay, so we have to be careful not to get obliterated by this thing. I can't afford to strangle this right now. I can afford to have 8 cards milled, I think. Okay, so I wanted those cards to be milled so that these guys would turn on. Let's go. Still have plenty of cards. Need to kill that. Because I don't want them to start decking me by making us both draw cards. They're going to struggle to kill my guy, I think. At least that's the hope. This can deal 2. Gosh. This thing being turned into a legitimate business person. They just want to be a street ruffian. Okay. Hopefully we draw a land to free our creature. I have 1 island in play, 1 swamp. Oh, I can always just get a mountain. With all my 3-powered creatures, how are they going to block? Well, they'll definitely double block one of them. So I'm going to save that as long as possible. Next turn is about getting rid of this ransom on my Angel of Suffering. I can't really afford to take any damage because I'll mill out. But next turn I'm going to be able to win, I think. Murder this. I have 3, 4, 5 blockers. They have 5 attackers. Nice. Oh yeah, Jaxus is sweet. I just need to kill this thing. Ah! Yikes. I think I win here. It's close, but I think I win. I can either murder the war chief or murder the darling of the masses. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. No! The hits just keep coming. Might have had to kill Gala greeters there. I might lose. I would say, Adronius, I read the lore for this set. And I was a little bit disappointed. Is it literally going to come down to whether they top deck a creature? It is, isn't it? If I'd killed Gala greeters, I might have had a better shot here. Oh my gosh. Also, they can't just attack me with everything and win. Because I will mill out. So, also unfortunate. Like, they might as well. They're going to lose anyway. I think they're going to win this game. Well, no, Adronis, it wasn't just that. It was just the story was also just like... I was reading through it, and it just lacked a lot of stuff that I would like in a story in terms of, like... It just felt like it didn't cover a lot of the cool stuff on the plane that I was hoping it would cover. That was unfortunate as a loss. The Workshop Warchief really wrecked me. They drew, like, Gala greeters into Workshop Warchief. And, yeah, it was tough. Like, when you're reading the story, there was many plot lines that were introduced that then go absolutely nowhere, and you're just like, what did I miss? Yeah, I let myself get milled slightly too much, I think. I think I was fine getting milled for 8 at one point, but then I shouldn't have actually. Oh, I read all of the side stories, Timber. I read all the side stories and all the main stories, and that was still my verdict, I would say. We will keep this. Let's hope to at least get to 3 wins with this deck, because this deck feels pretty good. So on turn 2, I can play Body Dropper, and then I can play Strangle and Snooping Newsy on my next turn. Okay, go to combat. Attack. Figured I'd get both my swamps out there before I milled. Sure. Ouch. Those are some good ones. Like, I read a lot of books, still thinking about the Magic story, and there were, I mean, I can identify when something is, well written or not, I would say. I want to play this Cormella, so I'm going to play this turn. Definitely Strangling. Oh, involuntary employment. Oh, nice. So I could play Cormella, attack with both. Am I willing to make this trade is the question. Probably not. Doesn't seem very reasonable. I wonder, like, I didn't research the individual authors who were writing the Magic stories, but I wonder if they are actually, like, professional writers. This is a good card to have. I can always sacrifice Cormella to get back a murder as well. Oh, gosh. No, 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 no. That is not good. Oh, gosh. Let's get this game over in a hurry. Whew, got there. Okay, we're 1 win away from getting a 3-win run. I think this deck can do better. Yikes. Folks, let's not be too negative, because people did... I keep saying don't be negative, and then I keep wanting to say stuff that's super negative. I was like, people did presumably work hard on these, but like in my mind, I'm not 100% sure if that's the case, because some of them were just yikes. Like, oh man, I really don't want to name names, but like, it's tough. It's tough out there, guys, gals. It's just the comment. I sure hope they aren't. it's, it's so brutal. Oh gosh. Well, I wasn't gonna spoil the storyline itself, just like the types of writing stuff. Like some of the tenses stuff. It's just like there was one book where I couldn't tell if they were trying to write in third person or first person, and I was just like, what is happening? Okay, Giada. Oh my gosh, do they really have an angel? Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. We're gonna play this thing. Hopefully that can shut down their shenanigans. Okay. Them going all in on the Inspiring Overseer. I'm gonna big score. I'm gonna discard this land, and I'm gonna look for a Strangle. It's safe to say I did not find the Strangle I was looking for. Now I'm looking for a Murder. Goodbye, Giada, hopefully. You've got to be kidding me. No! That's not good. Not bueno. No bueno. No bueno at all. Okay. If I find a Murder, I'm still fine. I think the 4-mana Angel artifact is actually relatively okay. Like, I had it in a draft, I did. And it was fine. Oh, no! Witness Protection. Man, Witness Protection has been wrecking me today. Also, I mean, to be fair, they had the classic Giada strat. And I'm on that classic... Oops, don't have a Strangle strat. I literally think I have to cycle here. Okay, well, not with that mana. Maybe actually with that mana, because I want to find my Strangle. I'm lining up my perfect mana for the Strangle I'm going to draw. Okay, perfect. We found it. Kind of. So now I just need to deal with the Giada and I'll be fine. Hopefully Court Official nails something. I have quite a few turns though. That's all I have. Nice. We do get the Murder back. And we get to nab their last card. Yes! The fishes shall not be slept with today. No! Never punished! Where is the punish? Oh, the pain! They just top decked their card draw. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! What? Where is the justice? There is no justice. There is only war. That is so brutal. I cannot believe it. That is just absolutely unfair. I work so hard to get them to no cards in hand, and then they rip Demon's Due into Overseer. Just no non-stop. Before I can even kill their Giada, I'm just done for again. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have played that Mount. Now they're gonna own me with their own corrupt court official. Oh, don't play another Angel, you oh, man. This is okay. Okay. We're okay. Oh, yes. Finally, some combos. Get out of here, Overseer. Give me a Strangle, baby. Ooh, Ominous Parcel. Yes, I will take that. This is my hope. I am hoping that I can use the Jaxus to win the game. But they're probably going to kill it because they always kill my stuff. And it's very mean. You've got to be kidding. Oh my gosh. This isn't fair. It's not right. It's not right or just. They don't know I have the Ominous Parcel to kill their god. Holy heck. Do they actually have a kill spell? Of course they have another Inspiring Overseer. Why wouldn't you have another Inspiring Overseer? This is just sick. Okay. We're in the game. We're in the game. Play this. They still have a card in hand somehow. I don't know how this happens. Okay, I'm gonna have to make them discard their card, I think. How much mana? I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't make them discard their card. Oh my gosh. We need to kill 2, except we can't kill this. So we're gonna go to 1. So strangle this. At least this way they won't get to attack with their Giada. So I'll be at 3 still. Are they about to play another Overseer? Oh my god. Finally. Okay, I'm still in deep trouble. Okay, there's a murder. Oh, it's so sad because I have the kill spells. I just don't have the time to cast them. No. Oh, that's so painful. Do I have any outs whatsoever? I don't think this is a flying problem. I would have been so fine in this game against 90% of cards I could have had. Just, you... Oh, I was literally 1 card away from getting to just cast my Angel of Suffering and win. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. That's so sad. Wow. That was so brutal of a loss. They literally, like that one turn where they just ripped Demon's Due into another copy of their flyer was so devastating. And I totally had it. Oh my gosh. I needed like one. I needed to get this guy into play because then I would have just won. No, I wouldn't have won. I would have still... I would have been in trouble still if I'd played this thing. I just needed to have the murder a little bit sooner. Or the strangle. Strangle specifically a little sooner. Oh my gosh. If I'd had 1 extra mana on that on one of those turns to copy Corrupt Court Official so they wouldn't have every flyer. Oh. That's so tough. That is so tough. Gosh. I did my best, though. 2 and 3 with that deck feels like a failure, though. That deck was so good. What did we lose to? All right, we got decked by that one deck that just also felt like it was cold top-decking us. Just drawing everything in a row. I don't know if it actually drew everything in a row, but like you would have played Gala Greeters in that Rhino thing way earlier if you'd had them. So they top-decked those things. We lost to that deck. We just lost to, where we kind of were about to win, and then we got them. Got wrecked. And then the... what was our other loss to? I feel like it was to something like... crazy as well. Maybe I just... Oh, I think it might have been a clunky game where I just didn't cast my spells very well or something. I don't even know. I forget what I lost my third game to. I know I got decked once. I lost that last game. And does anyone else remember what my third loss was to? The Rhino Rare? No, that was the one where I got decked. Maybe it was a different Rhino Rare. But anyway. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point what my last loss was. But yeah, the deck felt great. I think the deck was actually really, really good. And it could have done a lot better. Just tough. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. If you did enjoy this video and you were watching on YouTube, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. Things you would have done differently, things you thought I did well, and things like that. And if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, leave hashtag Magnificent Maestros, because I do feel like this was a very good Maestros deck, even though it didn't quite get there in the end. Oh yeah, it was that Broker's deck where we just were top decking and they kind of just got there. So yeah, leave hashtag Magnificent Maestros. Let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember that if you did like it, you can support my content via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. You gain access to some cool rewards, and you also just help me continue making these videos. I work pretty hard on these. I've been making videos for a long time, so hopefully you've been enjoying my videos for a decent amount of time as well. And so if you have been, helping me continue to make them is really appreciated. You can also, in the description, find links to my articles, Discord server, merchandise, all sorts of stuff like that. And, of course, my draft guide if you want a little bit of a heads up on the format. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.